from now. If you have to tell in two things, what finance man does, he does only two things. He should decide, right, what investment should the firm make. Finally, remember, he's not going to decide on his own immediately. Let us expand into these markets. Let us produce new products. Let us modernize our plant. He will not decide all that. Let us go for a recruitment drive. So after these decisions were initiated, right, finally he should give his nod, like what investment should the firm make. And most important, and of course the second part is completely his responsibility. And how should these investments should be paid for? So where should you get money for these investments? So to summarize further, the first question involves spending money. The second one involves raising it. So how to spend money, where to spend money, when to spend money, right? When he is answering this question, simultaneously he should also answer this question: where from we get this money, how we get this money, when we are going to get this money. So only when he has money he can spend. It is understood in the two broad responsibilities. One is about spending, the other is about raising. Now tell me, which of these functions is more difficult? The first
Raising
one,
the funds.
raising money, right? All
Yes,
of you
sir.
are clear? But it's not so. Raising money is the easiest of the two functions. You have seen there is a movie of Rajinikanth by name Arunachalam. How many of you have an idea of this movie?
Yes, sir.
There is a movie, an old movie called Arunachalam by Rajinikanth. So Rajinikanth is shown as an orphan at the beginning of the movie. Later, at some point in time, he will realize that he is born to a very rich person having about 5,000 crore property. And the father, when he died, leaves a note, promissory note, saying that his son will be allowed to take over his property only when he successfully spends 30 crores in a month. And this guy will face all kinds of problems spending away the 30 crore money. So that's the funniest part of it. But the point is, while you are spending money, you have to be very, very, very careful. You should think twice, thrice, 4 times. You should make so many calculations, right? It is not just spending money, it is investing money. Because investing is not the end product. Because the investment should be followed by returns. Anybody can invest. In that movie, actually, this fellow's target is to just spend away. He doesn't want any return. For that also, he makes a lot of troubles. Now here, it is not spending money. You should ensure that this spending of money will generate, returns. That's where it gets more and more difficult. So the point is, while spending, you have to be very, very careful. And if you have a worthwhile requirement, that means if your spending is justified, if your investments look profitable, there are so many people to give money. You keep this point in mind. It's not difficult to raise money, but it's difficult to spend money. And if you're spending for right reasons, if you're spending with right justification, there are so many people who will give you the money. Raising is easy compared to spending. Now, we can take the help of a balance sheet to understand these functions, right? So, but here we'll go, little deep into understanding of these functions instead of just making it two broad functions. Let us understand how the balance sheet helps us, understand the functions of a financial money. See, what is the balance sheet? This is the result of what a company does over a period of time. If the company has been doing really, really good over a period of time, which part of balance sheet should look fat? The company has been doing really good over a period of time. Which of these items should look fat? So,
Asset.
yeah. In fact, the total assets and total liabilities should be increasing. That's called size of the balance sheet. If a company is doing really, really well, the assets will increase. Remember, the balance sheet is a tallying statement. So when I'm increasing assets, liabilities also will be there. Most importantly, the retained earnings part you should look at, right? This is the money that has been accumulated over a period of time, and you should look at the cash part. If these two are some indications, or if you don't have much cash, at least you should have more fixed assets. Now, the first decision that a manager should take, before that we have divided the balance sheet into 4 quadrants instead of assets and liabilities. Now I have fixed assets and current assets, fixed liabilities and current liabilities. Now, if you look at this part called the assets, what kind of buildings you have, what kind of plant you have, what kind of machinery you have, what kind of equipment you have, right? This is an important decision called investment decision. This is that's what the first broad responsibility we've discussed. Right? How the building is there, how plant is there, how machinery has come into my balance sheet, because these have come there with a conscious decision of the organization. So the first and foremost, function of financial management is to take an investment decision, to apprise investment decisions. Finally, give nod, saying that replacing an old mission with a new mission is an intelligent decision. Going into a new market is an intelligent decision. Introducing a new product is an intelligent decision. So all these decisions have to be endorsed by the finance manager as under the broad responsibility called investment decisions. But how you have land, how you have building, how you have plant, how you have machinery. Let us say I have about 1,000 crore, all these fixed assets. How they have come into my balance sheet? Where from I got them? If the assets are my, the result, where is the reason? If the assets are my effect, where is the cause? Yeah, I have all these assets because of this. Because there was some equity, because I borrowed something, because I retained some money, because I have all these things resulted in these assets. That means while purchasing these assets, while creating these assets, while making these assets, I was essentially also deciding how these assets have to be financed, how these assets have to be acquired. Should I use an equity? Should I use a debt? Should I use reference share capital? Should I use the money that I have? So while you are taking an investment decision, simultaneously you are also taking what is called as a financing decision, a decision of how to arrange for this money. Now you see, the balance sheet tells you the 2 broad responsibilities. Just take a minute, reflect on this, and let me know whether you are understanding what I am talking. So are investment and financing decisions okay with you? Right? See, once you have taken an investment decision, and again once you have taken a financing decision, remember the machines will not run automatically because they have been purchased. If you want to run machines, what you want? You need to supply material to it. And you should have raw material, right? The buildings cannot be maintained unless you pay them salaries, etc. So you need to maintain some cash. You need to maintain some cash so that you start your operations. And while I have some cash, the first thing that I will do is I buy some raw materials. So when I buy some raw material, I feed into my machinery, then I get into my plant, then I pay for the transport expenditure, etc. Right? Then the machine start working. Then over a period of time, I realize whenever I am buying material, I need not pay cash always. So I have my suppliers who are willing to give me credit. Then creditors will come into the picture. Right? Similarly, then I started selling. When I started selling, I'll be getting cash. Right? Sometimes after I realize that I will not be able to sell more and more unless I give credit. So I give credit, so my debtors will come into the picture. So as you start running your business, right, the current assets and current liabilities start accumulating. And you have to carefully manage your current assets and current liabilities. So you should ensure how much cash you should have. You should ensure when you have to pay your creditors. You should ensure how much stock to, how much inventory to stock, and you should ensure to what extent you can give credit, how many days you can give credit. So all these decisions, right, result into a category of, one umbrella of decisions called working capital decision. So the working capital decision is basically dealing with the management of current assets and current liabilities, right? So it is called working capital decision. So the working capital decision, right, is also called as what called liquidity decision. Now, because you are basically deciding how much of cash you should maintain and whether you are prepared to meet your current liabilities using your current assets. Now, you have taken a good investment decision. All your sales people, HR people, and then marketing people are happy. Production fellow is happy because you gave him a good machine, good plant. Then you had your own difficulties arranging this money. Somehow you have done that, right? Nobody bothered how you are arranging this money. This was purely your botheration. Then you went into the frame. Then you started troubleshooting every day. The production fellow complains, I don't have material, right? You will have to attend to that. You should ensure the material is on, the creditors are paid for in time. Only then they will actually supply the material. And if, marketing manager demands, I can't sell if you are giving only 30 days credit. This has to be increased to 35 days. Then you have to think, is it wise to increase the credit limit to 35 days? Then you should satisfy your marketing manager. In the meantime, HR manager rings you up and he tells, guys, you have to pay the salaries on 31st of every month. If you're not paying it, then we have a problem. Then you should ensure salaries are paid on 31st of every month. So you are troubleshooting everybody's problems in terms of what is called a working capital decision. Okay, everything went on well with coordination between all your functional heads. And finally, you made profit. Because of all these things. Now, when profits are made, what is the mood of the organization? What is the mood of different managers? What they will be doing?
Dividends or retained earnings.
No, other managers, they're all partying now because profits are made. Everybody is happy. Sales manager is seen talking somewhere that it is because of me profits have come, because I have sold a lot of stuff. I have covered this year. I have introduced new products. This year I have expanded into new markets. Because of me only organization is surviving and we got profits. This is what marketing manager is saying in the party. And what the production manager is saying in the party, he says, no, all these profits are because of me, because I have improved the quality of the products. I have increased the productivity. I have started producing more and more with less and less cost. I have controlled a lot of cost, right? Because of this, we have made profits. And the HR manager is saying, what? No, it is because of people management we could achieve this. We have motivated our people to work very, very hard, and we have trained them a lot. Now today they are a better lot. They are producing more. They are making intelligent decisions. So everybody is operating with my people, my inputs. So because of that, we have made these profits. These are the claims. What finance manager should say? That is a different case. We'll come to that later. But when everybody is taking the credit for the success, when everybody is saying profits are because of them, when everybody is in a party mode, the finance manager still have some work left in the company, still have some more things to do. The finance manager should now decide how much of these profits has to be consumed straight away by way of dividends, and how much of these profits have to be retained with the company. Because while this financial year is coming to an end and you see the profits, already there are too many proposals waiting with the finance manager. So marketing manager is saying, no, this year we introduced 2 more products. We enter into 1 more country. Production manager is saying, no, this year we modernize some other plant. HR manager is saying, no, you please allocate more training budget. I want to train more people. Even before finance manager can declare profits, see profits, there are all pending proposals waiting with the finance manager to be cleared. So now he has to take a decision of the money available. So how much of this money should I declare as dividend, and how much of this money should I retain in the company to finance the existing proposals. So this decision is called profit distribution decision or dividend decision. So now the 4 decisions, now from 2 broad responsibilities, we have divided them into 4 decisions here. The 4 important decisions a finance manager takes are investment decision, financing decision, working capital decision, and dividend decision. All these things are clear to you? Please just take 2 minutes, reflect, and feed me back. Any doubt about any decisions? This constitutes the syllabus of this paper. So we'll be starting with investment decisions, then we'll go and do some financing decision, then we talk about dividend decisions, then finally we come to working capital decision. So these are the 4 parts of this course, the 4 elements of this course, 4 modules of this course. Now just let me know whether you have understood this clearly or not, what we'll be doing in this course, and what a finance manager does in an organization, what corporate finance is all about. You have to respond. I can't see your messages because we are in a PowerPoint mode. In Google Meet, these 2 are not possible.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we have understood.
So things are clear? Okay. Now, let me just give you some the jargon. Where the money is spent. Okay, this is okay. So investment decision, financing decision, profit distribution decision, or working capital decision. These are the 4 broad responsibilities. Now we can use what is called as a cash flow model. Earlier we have used a balance sheet model. Now we can use a cash flow model to understand again the 4 functions of financial management, because cash flows form an important dimension of financial management. So let us look at this argument. Let us look at this understanding or this perspective. Both are same. Both result in the same understanding of what finance manager does, but with a different perspective. Now you have the finance manager at center of the activity or core of the activity, and you have financial markets. So what are financial markets? This is a group of people who have some surplus money, right? So they are planning to invest. So while they are planning to invest, they have so many opportunities. So they can invest in real estate, right? They can invest in gold, they can invest in bank deposits. Likewise, they can also invest in a company's equity shares. They can also invest in a company's debentures, bonds, right? So this is called financial market. So then on the other hand, so the first thing that a finance manager does is raises cash by selling securities to investors, right? This is how the company comes into picture, and he keeps repeating this He keeps repeating this activity whenever he is in need of money. Right? So by issuing equity shares, by issuing debentures, these are called securities. Right? Now, what he does, he will invest this money in the firm's assets. So, what is firm's assets? Right? Land, building, plant, machinery. So what all this property, equipment, what all these assets do in future? They will generate money. So the assets will generate money. I have a machine will produce something, I will sell it, so I get money. So once he gets the money, what he does? He will return this money to investors. So he will return this money to the investors in the form of what? In the form of
Dividend.
Dividends, in the form of interest. So the debt holders will get interest, right? Equity shareholders will get dividend. So the cash is returned to the investors. This is one. Whether he completely returns all this cash to the investors, all the money that is generated by firm's operations, will it be given to the investors? No. A part of this money he will, right, reinvest in the firm's assets. Right. Now this is the what you call cash flow cycle that is related to the finance manager. Now here we have these decisions. What is the first decision called? First decision is financing decision, raising money from the capital market. The second decision is the investment decision, how to acquire assets, right? Then once he actually, how does he make money? The third decision, because of working capital management. And the fourth decision is called dividend decision. So this is how, again, you can understand the four important, the dimensions of what we call the finance manager. So cash raised by selling securities, this is what we have already seen. Now we understand there are four decisions: investment decision, financing decision, working capital decision, and dividend decision. Each of these decisions are also having some other names. The investment decision is also called as capital budgeting decision or long-term asset mix decision. Financing decision is also called as capital structure decision or capital mix decision. Profit distribution decision is also called as dividend decision or then working capital decision is also called as liquidity decision.